welcome back for another video. In this particular video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about Lasik and my experience 1 year after the surgery. I initially had the surgery on January the 12th, 2012. So it's been a year, and I will first start off by saying that I'm 100% satisfied with my decision to have Lasik. 1 year later, I don't have any complications or long-term negative effects associated with having the surgery. I am absolutely satisfied. Actually, it's one of the best decisions I have ever made because it has made a total difference in my life and just my daily, doing daily activities, not being dependent on contacts or glasses, and the hassle of not being able to see unless I have those things readily available to me. So I'm definitely 100% satisfied, and if I had to do it again, I would. Let me give you a little background about me. I started wearing glasses maybe like the 3rd or the 4th grade, and I've been wearing it ever since. I got the surgery when I was 28. So from around 3rd or 4th grade up until age 28, I've been wearing glasses or contacts, and I noticed that every year when I went to the eye doctor to get my prescription updated so I could get a new set of contacts, because you know, after a year your prescription for your contacts expire, so you can't order new contacts unless you have an updated prescription. So you have to go to the eye doctor every year if you want to continue to wear contacts. So I would notice, like, every year that I would go to the eye doctor, my prescription was getting worse and worse and worse, and I couldn't really tell that my prescription was getting worse just by wearing the contacts that I had and looking around. I couldn't tell, but when I went to the eye doctor, they would say, oh, your prescription has gone up 0.25. So every year it was going up by 0.25 increments, and I thought to myself, man, if I keep on this path, by the time I get 30 or 40 or 50, I'm gonna be blind, you know, because every year it was getting worse and worse and worse. So finally, when I was 28 years old, I decided to go ahead and have the surgery. At that point, my prescription was a negative 3.75, and that's pretty bad. That for me didn't allow me to do anything unless I had my glasses on or my contacts in. Like, I couldn't drive. I definitely couldn't drive. I definitely couldn't just do things around the house. I could do it, but I would be doing it off of memory and not actually by sight. Like, okay, I know where the kitchen is, I know where the bathroom is, so I'm just gonna go. I would be doing it off of my memory and not actually because I could see. I could see images, but they would be fuzzy. And far away images like the clock on the microwave or the television or things like that, I wouldn't be able to see it. So at negative 3.75, I could not function without my glasses or my contacts. And you know, I thought to myself, man, if it keeps getting worse and worse, well, where will I be in 10 years or 15 years? So I decided to go ahead and get the surgery. The particular problem I had was nearsightedness or myopia, and that's where you can see close up but you can't see far away. And then I also had astigmatism. So when I decided to get the surgery, they did, like, you know, the initial test and screening to see if I would qualify for Lasik, and I did. Now, you probably know, if you're watching this video, or if you are thinking about getting Lasik and you did your research, you probably know that there's two kinds of laser surgeries. There's Lasik, which they create a epithelial flap on your eye, and then the laser actually goes underneath the flap and uses and then shapes your corneal tissue or shapes your eye. It does its thing. I'm sorry, I don't know all the medical terminology, but the laser goes in underneath the flap and it does its thing. And then there is the surgery that's called PRK, and in this surgery they do not create the flap. They actually use like a brush to scrape away some of the epithelial cells, and then the laser goes in and does its thing that way, but they do not create the flap. So the Lasik surgery, in order to get it, you have to meet certain qualifications. Like, you have to have sufficient corneal tissue to be able to create the flap. So your cornea has to have a certain thickness. to be able to have that surgery. And I think there's some other qualifications, but I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I was able to get the Lasik as opposed to the PRK. And I did a video a year ago when I initially had the surgery, but I had uploaded it on another channel that I deleted, that I no longer use, but I think I still have the footage. So if anyone is interested, I can put that video back up to explain to you exactly what went on with the surgery and my experience, you know, within the week after the surgery. So I had that surgery. Initially I did have some side effects, but I think this is normal to anyone who has the surgery. Within the first 2 days I was experiencing things like halos and starburst. Halos are like a circle around lights. Like if you look at a light, you'll see like a circle around the light. Starbursts are kind of similar. If you look at a light, like a headlight of a car, or like a street light or things like that, you'll see like light bursts like on the sides of the light that kind of resemble like a star. I'm having a difficult time describing it, but if you look at a light, you'll see like a star-shaped burst pattern coming out from the light. Also experienced some like glare at night, and I think that was about it. A little bit of dryness of the eyes, but all of those things, from what I've read and researched, are normal. And the first 2 days was the worst, and then after that it continued to get better and better. I still experience the glare at night when driving, and the halos. Within the first 3 months I still experienced them, but each month it got better and better, and then after the 3rd month it completely went away. Like it kept getting better and better, and then eventually it was gone. So at this point, 1 year later, I don't experience any halos, starbursts, glare at night, any type of vision problems. Everything for me is perfectly clear, and at night I don't have any problems with the lights or anything like that. But I know from when I researched that some people actually did experience long-term side effects at night, especially driving with the oncoming traffic. The headlights of the oncoming traffic could create some type of glare that can impact your vision at night. So those are things to think about if you're interested in the surgery. Some of those things you can live with and you can be okay with. For some people, the side effects that they had affected them so badly that they weren't able to work anymore, or they weren't able to drive anymore. But from what I read and researched, the percentage of people that negative side effects have impacted very severely is low. So there's only a small number of people compared to how many people have had the surgery who actually have debilitating side effects from Lasik. So, you know, like I said, that's just something to think about. The particular company that I went through for the surgery is called the Lasik Institute, and I think they have branches in different locations around the United States, and they had a branch in the city that I lived in. And the particular doctor that I had to do the surgery, his bio and information about how many surgeries he's completed, his education, things like that was online for me to read before I actually met him. And then after I got that initial information, I was able to do a little bit more research and make sure this is the doctor that I felt comfortable with doing my surgery. And he actually did a really great job, and I'm satisfied. So I would definitely recommend, when choosing a doctor, see how much information you can find on that particular doctor. If you can't really get information on the internet, go and talk with that doctor, ask questions, see if that person makes you feel comfortable, gives you straightforward answers, is knowledgeable, and can definitely answer any question that you ask, because you want to feel comfortable with this person. You're entrusting this person with your eyesight, so that's extremely important. That's about all. Oh, the last thing I want to say is that particular company that I went through, they offer what is called a Lasik lifetime assurance plan. And basically, if you go get annual exams every year, if for some reason your vision deteriorates or starts to go bad again, they'll redo the surgery for free. But in order for them to do that, you have to have gone to your annual eye exams every year since you had the surgery. So I had the surgery back in January of 2012, and then I just had an annual eye exam on this past Friday, and my results for 2020, I still could see perfectly, and that's about it. So I just wanted to talk to you about Lasik, and if you're interested in how my initial surgery went, my thoughts after I had that surgery, just let me know and I'll see if I can get that footage re-uploaded. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Till next time. Bye guys.